7 ways that you must be disciplined, essential disciplines to become an author. Okay, number 1, you've got to be ambitious. Okay? In order for you to develop the proper disciplines, you've got to set goals higher and standards higher than the ones you've already been dealing with. So being ambitious means I set higher standards for myself. I have to look at other books that are already published, books that are already selling well, and then I set my standards so that I can reach higher. I don't want to be a failure. I know you don't want to be a failure. So in order for you to be successful, let's look at other examples of success. Okay? It's easy to just do what you can do and make excuses, but I want you to stop making excuses and set higher standards for yourself. Okay? So that's number 1, be ambitious. Number 2, be organized. You've got to manage your goals and objectives. So if you're setting a goal, I want to finish a book in 3 months, 9 months, 6 months, in 30 days. You know, of course, I'm doing the webinar now, how to become a published author in 6 weeks. It is very, very possible. But you've got to be organized. You've got to know what your goals are. So every day when you get up, if your goal is to be a writer author in 3 months, then every day you've got to know how many words you've got to write. Okay? You can't just get up and say, well, today I didn't feel it. No. Okay, discipline means you are doing something and you have a habit and you're focused on that habit. Okay, so be ambitious, be organized, know what your goals are, know how many words you have to write, know what your end goal is. Start with the end in mind. Okay, number 3, be focused. Be completely focused on what you're going to write about. A lot of times when you're creative, you'll start writing and then you'll get some other ideas and you'll go down another tangent and another branch or in a road over here and a path over there. And before you know it, you haven't written anything that you can put together and call a book. Okay, so it's important that you know what the main idea is and that you focus in on developing that main idea. Okay, so let's think about your book as though it were a person. Okay, if you were looking at your book and it's a person, okay, it has to have a lifestyle, a head, a beginning, a body. It looks like something. Your book ought to have a real character to it. Okay, so your voice doesn't change in the middle of the book. Your ideas don't shift in the middle of the book. You are consistent in what you're writing about, and your chapters are consistent within each chapter. There's a flow that's consistent from chapter to chapter. Okay? All right. So you've got to be ambitious, be organized, be focused. Okay? Okay, LaRonda, sorry about that. Everybody else is telling me that they can hear me, so maybe it's your connection. Okay, if you're having problems, maybe sign out and sign back in again, okay? All right, be detailed, okay? So when you are writing a book, when you become a writer, and I'm talking mostly to people who a lot of people are saying, well, I don't know where to start. And this is about where to start. Be detailed. Manage your schedule. When are you going to write? Where are you going to write? Okay? If your best writing posture is to get up early in the morning and go have a cup of coffee and then sit down at your computer and write, then you've got to have that time scoped out. And when you get to your computer, you're not going to turn on the internet and start checking email. You're not going to turn on your phone and start making phone calls or answering text messages, but you're going to sit down and you're going to be detailed and focused. You're going to manage your minutes, and then the hours will take care of themselves. Okay, so how many days a week are you going to write? Some of you are busy as parents. Some of you have early morning times where you have to get to work. So, hey, you may only be able to write in the evenings. Even if you sit down late at night and you write for 15 minutes, if that's your discipline, if you stick to that, I promise you, you will see the results. But you've got to be detailed, organized, and you've got to manage your time. It's up to you. Hold yourself accountable. Okay, so ambitious, organized, focused, detailed. That's 4. Number 5, be persistent. Okay, refuse to quit. Know that there's a book in you that you've got to get out, and that you will not quit and you will not stop until you reach your goal of becoming an author. And guess what? You're going to have to keep moving forward. Yes, there will be obstacles. There will be times when you just feel like, oh my God, I can't do this. What is this? Yes. All of us, including me, there are times when I'm writing and I'm like, okay, this is just not working out. Sometimes I have to go take a ride. I have to go have another cup of coffee or whatever it takes. Go eat something good. Go take a nap, whatever it takes. But go back and be persistent in moving forward in what you're writing, okay? And the more you do it, the more you continue to write. If you do it daily as a discipline, the more you'll become more adept at writing longer periods of time and being more focused in your writing. Okay? All right. So, all right, LaRonda, you figured it out, girl. I love it. Okay. That's be persistent. Now, be resilient. Yes. Being resilient means even if I miss it, even if my writing doesn't really come out like I thought it would, even if I miss a day or if I miss a week, I'm going to get back in there. Okay, you've got to be resilient. Bounce back. Some of you haven't. You have a book inside. You've got a book that you've started. Maybe you wrote 2 chapters, or you wrote 1 chapter, or whatever you did, but you didn't continue because you got discouraged. Some life things happened, and you said, "Oh well, maybe this isn't the season." I promise you, you will be so relieved when you finally get that book in you out of you. Okay? So be resilient, bounce back, refuse to give up. Keep moving forward, okay? Be resilient, be persistent, keep moving forward in doing your book. And finally, be open, try new things, okay? Try going to the library and reading, okay? Start your disciplines by starting to examine and do your research. Read some other people's books. Hi, Dale. Thanks for joining me. Read some other books. Read some magazine articles. Read books about books. Okay? Start investing in your career as an author. Okay? This is not a sideline. This is a major stream of income. And you know what? If you really believe in yourself, and it starts with you believing in yourself. If you don't believe you're an author, if you don't believe you have anything to say, nobody else is going to believe you either. Okay, so if you have something to say, you need to get busy. You need to develop the disciplines. Okay, we got to be ambitious, set higher standards. We've got to be organized. We've got to set goals. We've got to be focused. Know what your main idea is and refuse to divert from that. You've got to be detailed. Know your schedule. Manage your minutes, and the hours will take care of themselves. Be persistent. Don't quit. Keep on going, keep on writing, keep on moving forward day after day. Then you got to be resilient, bounce back. Even if you fail, if you fall, if your writing doesn't come out like you thought it would be, if you didn't meet your deadline, get back in there and do it. Okay? Oh, Dale, your wife just finished her book a couple months ago. Okay, great. That's awesome. Congratulations. Welcome, Viola. And then be open. Get some help. Get a coach, get a mentor. And I'm here as your publishing coach. You're getting some free advice on these scopes in this Facebook Live, but you need to really commit to that. I have webinars that I'm doing. I have other opportunities. Go to my website, sign up for the free stuff, and then I'll also be feeding you the information on when I'm doing webinars, TeresaHairston.com. And you can email me at Teresa@TeresaHairston.com. There are so many opportunities for our community to really, really make strides in writing. It's time for us to advance the cause of literacy, not only in our churches, but in our community. Our little children need to learn how to read, and some of you have phenomenal stories to tell. You need to chronicle what you've got to say in a book. Yes, that becomes your written legacy to the world and to generations that may not know you. People may not know you will pick up your book. Generations, when you're gone off the scene, will have this book as your life's leave behind. Yes, your life's leave behind. And I just want to end this scope by encouraging those pastors out there. I know this is Preacher Monday. Some of y'all are out there, you're tired, but you signed on. Great, okay? I need you, pastors. And if you have a pastor who's been doing a phenomenal series, or another pastor who has something phenomenal that he's been doing, preaching, listen, those are the kinds of books that will absolutely inspire our society. And it doesn't have to be a long book, but it just has to be a good book, okay? And I'm here to help you with that. Dale, okay, awesome. Yes, I would love to help your wife do whatever. But yeah, it's so important, pastors, that you become authors, okay? Because the written word is what we draw our inspiration from. Okay, that's why we get up and we preach on Sundays. We preach from the written text. And if nothing else, you ought to understand that those 66 books are just the inspiration for the 21st century church. But you have a word, a rhema word in you, and don't just stop with it being spoken. Write it as well. Okay, so I'm pushing you forward. I hope this scope is helping you. If you have any questions, hurry up and ask them, because I'm getting ready to sign off. But this was so strong in me today. I just had to share it with you. So I hope you've been blessed by it, and I hope you've been pushed by it, encouraged by it, and empowered. This is a time and a season for you to stand up, spring forth, write, get it from inside your heart out there to the masses. And go to my website, teresahairston.com, sign up for the free information. It'll come out, and then also take part in some of the webinars that I'm doing. I think it'll be a blessing to you. The webinar, How to Be a Published Author in 6 Weeks, is still open. So I was going to close it, but people kept asking for it. So I'm still open. And if you sign up, I'll send you the old stuff. You can chime in on the new stuff. And it'll be a blessing to your life. Okay? All right. Well, thank you so much. Hope you have a blessed Monday. And I'll see you tomorrow right here around the same time. Okay? Bless you.